Something strange about the Book of Enoch. We have fossils that seem to be appearing for some time now. Some are claiming it to be a hoax. Interesting. What if this is a way to cover up something that they are trying to hold from us? So are megaliths a hoax as well? What about these gigantic steps? What about the Devil's Tower that looks like a giant tree stump? And we don't only have one, we see many of these stumps that exist. This is some coincidence, huh? Look at all the technology we have succeeded to manifest. It's incredible. Holograms, CERN's technology, military technology, just to name a few. The violence and corruption that has been occurring. Is it all possible to be manifested by flesh and flesh only? Whether or not you believe the old legends and mythology about the fallen angels, the stories themselves are incredibly fascinating. Something that has been shared a lot and even made the big pictures is Noah and his ark. The question, why did God flood the earth, always had vague answers. The wickedness of man was great in the earth. Every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. The earth was filled with violence. The earth was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. All people on the earth had corrupted their way. But what caused the corruption? Nephilims? To rid the world of corruption created by the fallen angels, the sons of heaven, the flood has its roots stemmed during this time of the fallen angels. If you don't know who Enoch is, you're missing out on quite a story. And Enoch, you did leave us quite a story. Enoch, the 7th generation from Adam, son of Jared, father of Methuselah, and the great-grandfather of Noah, a preacher of righteousness who walked in faith for 365 years of his life. No matter what happened, he trusted God. He obeyed God, and God loved him so much that he spared him the experience of death and took Enoch with him. He left us a book that saved his family from the flood, and it was highly influenced by the Watchers. You see, the Watchers were angels dispatched to earth to watch over the humans. And they were watching humans, all right. They noticed the earth populated with beautiful women walking the earth and began to lust their flesh. So they descended from the heavenly realm. Becoming enamored with human women, they had sexual intercourse, took them as wives, and the wives bore children to them. Now, these weren't your ordinary children they gave birth to. No, my friends. These were giants, mighty men, the offsprings of the sons of God. Now, it's said that there were giants that existed prior to the fallen angels, and what was birthed to the world at the time were mighty men of old of renown. That's up to you to debate. I'm just giving you a story. Most of the content of the present fragments concerns the giants' ominous dreams and Enoch's efforts to interpret them and to intercede with God on the giants' behalf. Not much of the giants' adventure is known, unfortunately, well, that I've found. It is said that their existence are fairy tales, myths. I'm not saying it isn't or that it is. I just connect the dots that are given to me. One dot I've noticed are these. They sure look like giant trees existed here. What about these steps? Or how about these megaliths? How were they gathered? These unusual rock formations, were these weapons used by giants? Who knows? Maybe they're the ones who helped build the pyramids. Now we have Azazel. He taught men the art of warfare and weapon making. He taught women the art of deception, which involved making and wearing cosmetics, beautifying of the eyelids. From makeup comes fornication and lust. He also made known the metals of the earth, these jewelries. It is said that he was a beautiful man with beautiful wings, and his doing stripped that image from him. He taught men rituals, witchcrafts, and corrupted their manners, leaving them into wickedness and impurity. And because of it, he was bound until Judgment Day. Some say his spirit and other spirits still roam the earth. Is that the reason why tyranny exists? Government corruption, violence, greed, deception, war? I have mentioned on the video of Astral Projection that witches' wands were made of wood from the holly tree. Is this how Hollywood creates these spells on people, keeping them hypnotized? Is this Azazel's doing? Speaking of astral projection, are those demons who live in that realm really the fallen angels roaming about, looking for a portal to enter into this dimension, erupting chaos again, bringing back the existence of the mighty men? I don't know. I'm not a religious person because the Bible has been altered greatly since its inception. There is other real information out there, especially the Old Testament, which was plagiarized from Sumerian clay tablets, especially Genesis. Now, I'm not saying the Bible is a fairy tale. What I am implying is that there are texts that exist out there that were once a part of the Bible. I'm not interested in that version that's available to us. I'm interested in the ones that isn't. Like I said, I'm not religious, but I do respect it and those who follow it. I do believe there's a higher power up there that exists. I'll keep us safe and stay close to that power that created us. That's a journey I'm willing to take. Nothing strange about that.